Ringo TV Reactions, top of the morning, back again with another one. We're dealing with the topic of Bill Cosby. Let's get right into this.
Breaking news out of California. Actor and comedian Bill Cosby is facing a new sexual assault lawsuit. It was filed by former Playboy model Victoria Valentino. She's one of several Cosby accusers expected to file civil suits in the coming days.
Wow. Now imagine that. You're Bill Cosby. You were accused of sexual allegations from various women. They threw you in jail, in prison. You were sitting there, rotting away. You're old, 80-something years old. And you got some old, washed-up creature that come out of the woodworks, and she want to go and accuse you again. I mean, when is enough enough? Guys, do you see why I tell you got to focus on the Most High and just leave women alone? Do you see, guys, how women just want to destroy you? They just miserable. I mean, just look at this woman, bro. You would think that these old people would be getting their eternal salvation sorted. Instead, they're still trying to go after Cosby. Listen, I don't know what this man has done in his past, but this man got a lot of haters, man. The man is 80-something years old, for crying out loud, man. Like, what do y'all want to be done? The news media going after him. Everybody's going after him. My goodness, the man is home. He's old. He can't do nothing no more. Like, what are y'all after, man? They after his soul. He was due for a sacrifice a long time ago. They still trying to get him, fam. Remember, Cosby and a lot of these other cats in the industry, man, they made deals with the devil as well. You know, at the end of the day, payment is still due. And salute to everybody in the chat. Top of the morning. If you're joining in, we're talking about Bill Cosby was hit with a new sexual assault lawsuit. That's right. A woman who is a former Playboy model. Now, you already done know, once you hear Playboy model, you already done know she's bad news. I mean, we know that if she was a former Playboy, she got passed around in the industry. You understand? Remember the other guy at the Playboy mansion? Notice, nobody ain't going after him. Nobody's going after the Playboy mansion guy. I don't even know if he's alive. He probably passed away already. These people, they super old. But nobody went after him. So it's like, you don't go after a guy with a Playboy mansion with a bunch of young ladies up in there. Nobody had a problem with that because he's white. You know? But when it comes to Cosby, oh, he's a monster. He's a horrible person. I mean, guys, it doesn't matter if the woman is white or black. They're gonna come after you. This is just their nature, guys. I mean, let's just go down the rabbit hole, see what we can find. You got Bill Cosby, right? Sexual allegations. We have Mike Tyson, you know, was charged with raping a woman. You know what I'm saying? In the height of his career, that destroyed his career. If you want to know what really destroyed Mike Tyson's career, it was that. That is what destroyed Mike Tyson's career. They didn't like the fact that Mike Tyson was unstoppable. So they send that black woman to go to his crib so that she could bring allegations against him. So as a man coming up in the game, you got to understand that the way they're going to do you is it's going to always be allegations. You know? They did this to let me see, R. Kelly. You had I think what's this other guy? That record company exec, whatever his name is. Yeah, Tupac as well. I mean, this is what they do to black men. You know, I mean, you got a couple of white guys that have been thrown under the bus, but they really target black men. They love doing stuff like this. And this is why, guys, man, seriously, man, when you're dealing with women, I just don't think you guys understand how serious this is. Like, I'm at a point where a woman is not important. A woman is just not important, fam. If she's not in line with what you're doing as a man, she's not important. She's not important, guys. A woman have to be from God, bro. In today's day, you guys, man, y'all gotta just stop. Like, seriously. She's just, listen, she's a womb man. That's all she is. She has a womb. That's it. Once you understand that she's a womb man, you realize that she only has a womb. That's it. So you're killing yourself trying to get with this womb man that's going to kill you. She's going to destroy your life. Because if she's not sent from God, she's sent from the devil. And what we're seeing happening to Bill Cosby is a nightmare. I mean, all of the allegations and everything that was prior, they thrown it all out. The man went home. Okay, he's free. Okay, let him move on with his life. Nah, we don't want to do that. We want him to die. See, Cosby was supposed to die while in prison. They were expecting him to die. He didn't die. Do you understand? They're torturing him. They're hoping that this new lawsuit is going to kill him this time. So this is a public blood sacrifice ritual. They're literally torturing Bill Cosby right now. The media is in on it as well. Don't think that the news station, you know, is just breaking the news. They're a part of the agenda. They're a part of it. You understand? And that's just the way it is. Because when you see stuff like this happening, the first thing you're going to think is, oh, Bill Cosby was a dog. He did women dirty. No, all those women were hoes. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just stop playing. Do you understand me? All of them. All of those women that are coming back. You got women 80 plus years old talking about, oh, Bill Cosby put a pill in my drink. That's a damn lie. You wanted to get with Bill Cosby because he was the man, period. Especially if you're a white woman. Ain't no way back in the day, in that time, when Cosby was in his prime, that a white woman would even be caught with him. You had to be the man. You had to be a boss. But because these women grew old, miserable, you know what I mean? Most likely a single mom, because a lot of times, a lot of black women, they get thrown under the bus for being single moms. But y'all gotta understand, fam, you have a lot of white women out here that are single mothers too. Y'all gotta check the stats. You gotta check the stats. It's not just black women. You got a ton of white women out here that are single mothers. That's right. It just don't get talked about. So y'all make them feel special, like they all make perfect decisions. No, they're just as bad, fam, if not worse. And that's just a fact. You got a lot of Caucasian single moms out here with 2-3 kids by different men. It's just that nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. The only thing we do is we talk about black women, and it make black women look like they're the only ones out here making these bad choices. No, look at all the different women that are coming against Cosby. It's all white women. So what does that say? Think about it. You don't got 35 black women coming after Cosby. It's all white women. So what does that say about their decisions? You mean to tell me all of you ladies got drugged by the same guy? All of you ladies got raped by the same guy? 100,000 years passed by and y'all still throwing allegations out? Guys, that's how the devil works. Anytime you see people that are stand-up citizens and they got allegations against them, you gotta understand that that's coming from a satanic person that's butthurt, bitter, and they're trying to destroy the man's future. The man is already done at the end of his days. He's living out the final days, man. You know what I mean? It won't be long before we're making the R.I.P. Cosby videos. But they're really trying to send him to his grave with this allegation now. So now they're gonna have him back in the courts, back wasting more money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money the man have left, but I know, you know, he was planning on buying out a network, planning on doing big things, and that's when all the allegations came up. But notice, if Cosby was never out there trying to buy any networks and do anything, none of this would have never happened. They purposely had those women planted. Those women were sent by the devil to Cosby many years ago because they knew that in the future, they would use this against him. They're gonna always use these allegations. This is why if you're a brother and you got money, you gotta stop having all these women in your company. Stop, man. Just because you got money and you able to pull all of these damn gold diggers, because that's exactly who they are, they don't really give a F about you at the end of the day. I'm just being honest with you brothers, man. Most women do not even care about you. They don't. It's just an experience, bro. That's it. Once they get tired of you, once they get boring, they move on to the next victim. That's just how they are, fam. Predators. They go out here, they get with different men, and then when things don't go their way, they try to throw you under the bus. This old ASS woman come out of the woodworks talking about she's trying to bring up allegations. He put some drugs in my drink and violated me. Are you kidding me? This is crazy, fam. But this is America. This is how America is, fam. They allow BS like this to go down. Let's listen to the report.
Breaking news out of California, actor and comedian Bill Cosby is facing a new sexual assault lawsuit. It was filed by former Playboy model Victoria Valentino. She's one of several Cosby accusers expected to file civil suits in the coming days. Our very own Kate Snow has done extensive reporting on Cosby over the years. So, Kate, of course, we all know those criminal charges back in Pennsylvania. And then that conviction, though, was overturned. So what does this all mean in the civil?
Yeah, so what's happening here now is Cosby accusers are sort of finding a new way to seek justice. Victoria Valentino filed suit in Los Angeles under a new California statute that temporarily allows older cases to be filed. She's someone that I've known since 2015 when I...
Someone she known. Do you see that? Someone she known. She's in on it, fam. You can't trust this woman on the screen right there. That woman right there is a part of it, fam. That's probably kinfolk. A lot of these news anchor people be family members of all these accusers, man. So they're all in on it together.
Interviewed 27 women who accused Bill Cosby.
27 women she interviewed. You gonna tell me that this news anchor lady is not of the devil too? She's of the devil, fam. And I guarantee you she don't even got no man. Because normally when you're that committed to that job, you don't got a relationship. You hate men. Period. And this is what it is. It's a hatred for men. And Bill Cosby was the type of guy that, especially back in the days, man, a lot of people grew up on the Cosby Show, you know, and it gave a lot of black boys hope because Cosby was a guy that we looked up to. You know what I'm saying? We seen him on the big screen, you know, and despite what people got to say, you know, these were our heroes coming up. These were our heroes. Might not be for some of you, but if you are a Gen Xer, you know what I'm saying? You know, you grew up back then, you know what I'm talking about. You had all the different shows on TV. You had Good Times, you had Sanford and Son, you had the Cosby Show, you know what I'm saying? You had all these different shows, and we watched these shows all the time. You know what I mean? Even the Caucasian shows, Three's Company, what's that other one, man? Mork and Mindy. I don't know what. There's a ton of different shows back in the day. We loved all of those shows. You know what I mean? But when it came down to the shows that had a black cast, it offered a bit of education for the community. So when we would watch the Cosby Show, even though they were like a middle class, whether rich or whatever the case is, living in a nice neighborhood, that helped us out mentally, because it's like, wow, you got Claire Huxtable, you got Cliff, you got, the kids are going to college, everybody in school. It gave you hope just to watch, even though you in the hood, in the slums. We appreciated watching the show, and they would always offer educational things when it came down to raising the kids, and we saw a black woman and a black man together, so it was like a family structure. But now they trying to erase all the work that Cosby done by painting him as a monster that was just out here violating women. And this is what they do to all of our heroes. Look how they did Michael Jackson, fam. Look how they did Jackson. They killed him, bruh. They sacrificed Michael Jackson and painted him as a pedophile. This is what they do. If it's not allegations of sexual assault on women, they're going to identify you as a pedophile. These are the type of titles you don't want on your back. This is why they did this with R. Kelly. You know what I mean? See, they couldn't label Bill Cosby as a pedophile. It just doesn't fit. He's 80-something years old. So they had to hit him with, yeah, he violated these women sexually, against their will. They had no power. He was able to manipulate them with drugs. He's an evil man. So now all of the young people that's coming up in the game that didn't grow up on the Cosby Show, that don't know nothing about the Cosby Show, they see Cosby as a monster. You got to understand. But people always hated Cosby from back in the day. They always hated him because his record was clean. And in the industry, they don't like clean records. They got to have something on you. Notice, up to now, there's no proof that this man did anything. None. It's just allegations. How could they have any sort of law that says if a woman feel or know she was violated thousands of years ago, she could bring it up now in a lawsuit? What kind of nonsense is that, fam? What kind of crazy nonsense is that? Who makes up this stuff? The devil. Only the devil would have these type of laws in place where we're listening to these Flintstone stories of some old hag that probably don't even have a vajayjay anymore. That damn thing is probably rotten to the core. Nobody wants you at this point, fam. Like, seriously. This is misery. Misery loves company, man. This is crazy, man. Rewind back the tape a little bit.
Now is Cosby accusers are sort of finding a new way to seek justice.
Finding a new way to seek justice. That's what they're doing, fam. Finding a new way. You know what I mean? They couldn't get him the first day. They couldn't get him the first time. I mean, how many days this man served? How many days was he in damn prison, man? How many days they had him locked away? Old 80-something-year-old man in a cell. How long? Wasting all his money on lawyers and fees and all this other stuff. Come on, man. When is enough, man? This is sad.
Victoria Valentino filed suit in Los Angeles under a new California statute that temporarily allows older cases to be filed. She's someone that I've known since 2015 when I interviewed 27 women who accused Bill Cosby of various crimes from harassment to rape. Valentino says that she met Cosby more than 50 years ago. He took her to a restaurant with a friend, offered her pills. She says she took one and immediately felt...
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. So... Cosby took her to a restaurant. Let's listen to this BS. Listen to this BS, fam. Listen to this.
various crimes from harassment to rape. Valentino says that she met Cosby more than 50 years ago.
She met him 50 years ago.
He took her to a restaurant with
a
friend, offered her pills.
And the dumbass took the pills. Let it make sense. I mean, come on, people. We're gonna waste taxpayers' dollars for this BS? Listen to the story, fam, because this just shows how crazy the media is, that they report on stupid stories like this and waste taxpayers' dollars, waste attorney fees, waste everybody damn time for some dumb woman who went out with this man allegedly, and he offered her pills and the idiot took the pills. Let it make sense. So let me get this straight. If I offer you pills, you gonna just take the pills and just take it just like that? You don't even know where the pills come from, but you taking the damn pills? How stupid could you be? This is stupidity. Why are we even wasting time on a crazy story like this? Like, why is this even in a courtroom? Your Honor, why are you in court? Well, he offered me pills and I took it. So hold up. He offered you pills and you took it? Case dismissed. Case dismissed. Everybody get out. What are we doing here? This is dumb. Seriously.
That I've known since 2015 when I interviewed 27 women who accused Bill Cosby of various crimes from harassment to rape. Valentino says that she met Cosby more than 50 years ago. He took her to a restaurant with a friend, offered her pills. She says she took one and immediately felt dizzy and nauseous. She says Bill Cosby raped her. Today...
So let me get this straight. So she's in a restaurant. She's feeling drowsy and nauseous, and Bill Cosby violated her in the restaurant. Did he violate her in the restaurant, or did she travel with him back to his place or some hotel? Because this is a lie. Listen, fam, when I just look at these women, I already just see these women are liars, bro. The news anchor lady's a liar. She's a demon, as well as the woman that's accusing Cosby again. They're all liars, fam. Shout out to Rollo for the Cash App. He says, once one of us become big time, they don't want you to have anything. Can't have too many companies because they bitter, and yes, men mad at made men. Yeah, they don't want you to have anything in today's day, especially if you're a black man. They don't like to see you have success. They don't like the fact that you're a boss and you're able to make moves and call shots. You're supposed to be a slave. I'm just being honest with you. That's just how it is in today's culture. People are programmed to be slaves, and I'm talking about primarily people that refuse to grow and do things in life in terms of being successful and being a made man in today's culture. It's like nobody really wants you to go there because it's like mental programming. That's how it is in today's society. Everybody is programmed to think the same way. You're programmed not to make any moves. You're programmed to sit stagnant, and that's just the way it is. I'm gonna make you listen to a clip. I want to let you listen to this clip to understand, because maybe you're not gonna understand the point that I'm making. But let me make you see this clip real quick. Hold on a second. Let me get this video here, because I want you to understand this. I'm gonna do a video on this separately, but I just want you to hear it from here first.
Most people,
right? Let me see. Let me get this video volume going so that you can understand what's happening, because this is a serious thing, and many people they don't understand the severity of the mental trauma and problems that most people have. So let's listen to this, and we'll do a video on this separately. But let's go.
Bottom 80% are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut to be successful, and there aren't any. But if you do something repeatedly over and over, you develop a habit. So most people are in the habit of looking for easy ways to get the things they want. And they're surrounded by people who think the same way. 95% of your thinking is determined by the people that you associate with on a regular basis. If you associate with people who don't work hard, don't learn, socialize after work, then you become like them.
Wow.
You think like them, you talk like them, you dress like them. You marry them, so you're married to someone who also has no ambition. And you raise children, and your children have no ambition. Just go to work and complain about your work. But top people associate with other top people.
Wow.
The law of attraction says that if you change the way you think, you start to attract new people into your life. If you become aggressive about personal development and personal growth, you start to meet other people who think the same way. And
Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? That's the issue. Most people can't grow any higher, and that's exactly where they want you to be. They don't want you to be at the top thinkers, because when you're the kind of person that's not lazy, then you elevate. So because Cosby was the type of guy that always made moves, he separated himself from the pack, because everybody else is like robots. If you look at everybody else in the world, they don't want to go no higher in life. They're accustomed to just, hey, I'm just going to go to my job, behave myself, and be a good citizen. Well, they're going to be there for the rest of their life. They're never going to go anywhere because they don't want to elevate. So all their friends think the same way. This is why, as a black man or woman, anytime you have a plan to become successful and you tell like your coworkers or you tell like family and friends, they're never happy for you, because they're like crabs in buckets. As soon as they hear you talk about your plans, it's so high and so far-fetched, they look at it like, nah, I don't want that person to go nowhere. I'm not gonna give them no love. I'm not gonna give them no support, because they don't wanna see you get anywhere. They don't want you to have anything. So because Cosby stepped outside the box, the industry saw that, and they saw that he had the potential to influence others. 'Cause remember, the way you think can rub off on others. And Cosby always focused on trying to instruct black men on doing better. If you notice that, even if he's older, even if he come off a certain way, doesn't matter how you feel. Cosby has always been the kind of guy that he always would, rebuke black men primarily. Pull up your pants, get yourself together, go get a job, work, stop being in the streets. He would always be very critical of black men, and they hated it. You understand? They hated the fact that he was one that influenced change, and they didn't like that. And this is why we have so many problems with black men today, sagging their pants, being thugs. Everything in the music industry is satanic. Think about this. You got grown men in the industry, and black men are still out here sagging their pants. Nobody's really elevating because they want to keep us down. So they want to ruin all the men that had voices to lead. Whether Cosby was a leader or an influencer or whatever the case is, he was one that was very vocal, and they didn't like that. They wanted him to shut his mouth. Stop trying to influence these black men to be better. We don't want no more businessmen. We don't want black men to own businesses. We don't want them to own networks. We don't want them thinking that it's possible that they could do this. No, they're supposed to only work at a 9 to 5 for the rest of their damn life. You heard what the gentleman talked about in terms of the people being lazy. How you think is going to be how you'll become. And then it'll attract the same kind of people to you. This is why I don't hang out with a bunch of losers. I don't hang out with people that ain't about nothing. I don't care how you feel about me. You could say, oh, you think you better than me, Ringo? Yes, I'm better than you. Yes. Yes, I am. I am. Get mad. I think better, I do better, because I'm better. You're mad because I think I'm better. Why? Because you want me to be just like you. This is the kind of attitude you're gonna get from people, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime you're doing something better, they think you better. You could be making more money than somebody, right? And they'll be like, yo, fam, yo, you got a job? You got this? I'm like, yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They're like, what's that? That's not really a job. And I'm like, this cat don't even know. I'm probably making 6 times more the money he's making in his lifetime. But he don't understand that because he's so stuck in his ways. And when you try to elevate him and try to teach him like, fam, I got a better opportunity and a better way for you to make money, they can't see it. You understand? Because of their mental condition. Once we make people understand that they can do better than where they are, we can now develop the community and make more businessmen, more entrepreneurs. But no, we're stuck on go to high school, get a diploma, get a job. That's as good as telling somebody go to school and become a slave. That's it. That's basically what most of us have been taught. So Cosby back in the day was planning on doing something big, and they threw his plans under the bus and allowed all of these damn monsters to come out of the woodworks with false allegations with no proof. There's no video. I mean, think about this stuff. She known this man 50 years ago. 50 years ago, fam. You know what was happening 50 years ago? You know the kind of world we were in 50 years ago? I mean, when she met with Cosby, I wasn't even born. That's crazy, man. But yet he's charged, he's being falsely accused, and they're allowing it. This dummy said that he offered her pills, and she took it. How stupid could you be? Like, seriously, fam. Like, how dumb could you be? So if I walk up to you today as a woman, and I walk up to you, and I say, hey, sister, here's some pills. You gonna take the pills? How dumb could you be? You must be an idiot. There's no way around it. There's no nice way to put it. You're just dumb. You understand? How could you take the pills? You're stupid. Like, why? Listen, why aren't there any intelligent people in these courtrooms that would just stand up and say, Judge, why are we entertaining this BS? Like, don't we have better things to do than entertain this nonsense? This woman said that she took pills. So she agreed to take pills. She's an asshole at the end of the day. Like, seriously. Like, this is dumb. Like, why are news people so stupid that they're going to report a story and literally tell the public that, oh, Cosby offered me pills, and after I took them, I'll be like, listen, let's just stop the conversation. You're an idiot. Why would you take pills from Cosby? Are these prescription meds? Are these pills that your doctor prescribed to you, dummy? No. So you're an idiot. So you're wasting everybody's time. That's like if somebody come up to you and say, hey, fam, I got some rubbing alcohol. You could drink this thing and it'll heal your body. You go drink rubbing alcohol, you're gonna die. It's just that simple. Only idiots do this. We gotta grow up and be mature. Now, what is this woman's goal? To kill him. That's her goal, y'all. Her goal is to kill Cosby. That's the goal. The goal is not about money. This woman's gonna die soon, bruh. She's old. She's gonna die soon. She ain't thinking about money. This is about killing him first so he could check out. Imagine that. She only got a few more days left and she's trying to kill him. That's what she's doing, y'all. These people are evil, man. Evil. Now, she's already going to the lake of fire. She knows that already. But she's trying to send him there quick. Because if Cosby ain't right with the Most High, he finished. This is a sick world we live in, fam. Let's see. Shout out to Real HB. I'm just going to say Real. Shout out to Real for the 5 on the super chat. So this is a psyop to distract from the sexual abuse, grooming, indoctrination, and trafficking of the children's maps globally. The swamps are massive. There's a lot of stories about a lot of different things, man. All I got to say is when it comes to all this stuff about distractions, and I don't pay no mind to none of that distraction stupidness, like seriously and respectfully, like all that distraction stuff is a waste of damn time. I always hear people say stuff like this is a distraction from what? Like none of that stuff makes sense. I'm just being real. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as distractions. You know what I mean? Because everything that we do in life is a choice. Nobody's distracting anyone from anything. People are distracted by their own desires. If you're not focusing on your goals and your dreams, you're being distracted by something. So I think rather than focusing on his story being a distraction, what's distracting you from doing what this gentleman said?
Most people, the bottom 80%, are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut.
They're looking for a shortcut. They're looking for an easy way.
Successful.
To be successful.
And there aren't any.
There aren't any.
But if you do something repeatedly, over and over, you develop a habit.
You develop a habit.
So most people are in the habit of looking for easy ways to get the things they want.
They're always looking for an easy way to get something they want. That's why they have a bunch of credit card debt.
And they're surrounded by people who think the same way.
All your friends think the exact same way. They all have bad credit scores and all of them are in debt.
95% of your thinking is determined by the people that you associate with.
And if you hang around people that think like Lodabar and think low and don't want to do anything with themselves and they're lazy, they're not ambitious, they don't have nothing going for themselves, you'll be just like them.
On a regular basis. If you associate with people who don't work hard,
don't learn,
socialize after
don't socialize after work,
then you become like them.
Just like them, a bunch of idiots, crabs in a barrel.
You think like them, you talk like them.
Talk just like them, think like them, can't even think outside the box.
You dress like them.
Dress like them too.
You marry them, so you're married to someone who also has no ambition.
No ambition, and you're wondering why you can't go nowhere.
You raise children, and your children have no ambition.
Now your children are just as much of a loser as you.
Just go to work and complain about your work. But
go to work and complain and come back home and complain and go back to the same job you complain about.
Top people associate with other top people.
Top people associate with top people. What are top people? People that are ambitious, go-getters, people that are making moves, people that are being productive, producers.
Law of attraction says that if you change the way you think, you start to attract new people in your life. If you become aggressive about personal development and personal growth, you start to meet other people who think the same way. And the old groups of people that you...
That's exactly what happens, ladies and gentlemen. It's no different than if you're working out, you're trying to get yourself in shape, you're at the gym, you're outside at the park doing your push-ups, your pull-ups, you're gonna run into other brothers that are into the same thing. So now you're gonna meet other guys like, hey, what up, fam? Yo, you back over here again? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Getting this money, you know what I mean? Doing what I gotta do to get in shape. Next minute, you and that person having a conversation, find out he's into some sort of business that you're into too. Now, y'all link up, y'all just start a big company now. Now you're both millionaires. Why? Because through the act of working out, you now literally got connected with somebody else that's just as intelligent as you are. And guess what? All your old friends gonna hate you. Why? Because you elevated yourself. Don't ever make yourself feel like you're not good, because you're gonna always have these people that's gonna try to stifle your growth by saying, oh, you think you better than me? Tell those people in their face, yes, I am better than you. I'm doing better than you. I'm living better than you. I make more money than you. My credit score is better than yours. Everything that I'm doing is better than yours. So get mad. Because the only reason why they're doing that is because they don't feel good about themselves. They need for you to be on the bottom with them. And this is the truth. Anytime you're just like your friends, they're happy about it. Once they see you elevate, they're upset. And this is why they're upset with Bill Cosby. Because even though he was pretty much, all those charges that was on him was pretty much erased and they let him go back home, it's not over because he probably still got more money left. Remember, he's not dumb. So he most likely have a couple of millions still tied away in some offshore account somewhere, and they probably know about this and they want to exhaust all his resources. You know how much money Cosby spent on court cases and lawyers? You know how much money they made him lose? All the money that he probably worked all his life. They probably drained everything out because they're trying to kill him, y'all. They want him to die. He has been up for a blood sacrifice for a long time, man. A long time. And they're like, you live too long. Too long. So if you don't want to give up this money, we're gonna kill you. And that's why they send these damn animals to come destroy him. Because there's nowhere in this world that woman on the screen got a husband. She don't got no husband. She don't got no man. She don't got no man. She's miserable. Completely miserable and satanic. And these are just the facts. You know what I mean? And it's sad that in today's day, we're even wasting time trying to harass this guy with these allegations that makes no sense from a woman that made a choice to take alleged pills. What pills? How you just gonna take pills and all of a sudden somebody violated you, but you ain't called the police? So let me get this straight, dumbass. You got raped by this man, but you ain't called the cops? Come on, man. Like, look, fam, we gotta stop, man. We're talking about 1,000 years ago, where if a black man did anything like this to a white woman, this man would be in prison. This is a lie. A lie. There is no way that woman in her prime would get violated by a black man, and that's not reported to the police and the industry. Cosby's career would have been over back then. It's a lie. But because they know that the public, the court of public opinion, love bochinche, they love the gossip, they love the juice, they report stories like this that is a waste of everybody's time. And actual attorneys would literally take these cases. That just shows the greed of the industry.
For filing suit, she told me she was in tears, that she never thought she would see this day. Here's a statement that she wrote to me on a text to me. Bill Cosby exploited me when I was at my lowest point and was consumed by grief. That's because she had lost her son.
Nobody cares about your son, number one. I hate when people use stories that are emotional about their damn son. Where was his father when he was young? I don't care about your son. About Bill Cosby exploited me. No, you're just a fool, because at the end of the day, you said to this woman that he gave you pills. Why would you take pills from a man that did not come from your doctor? Because you're a dummy. It's just that simple. So you're guilty. You made a choice. And we don't even have proof of any of these allegations. Talking about Bill Cosby exploited me when I was at my lowest point. First of all, if you were at your lowest point, why were you even with Cosby? Liar. I'm telling you, man, these demons be lying. This is why I keep telling you, brothers, focus on the Most High, get your health and fitness in order, focus on your money, and put women last. Period. All of these women were groupies, probably some broad that he messed with on the late night hour, talking about Bill Cosby exploited me when I was at my lowest point and was consumed by grief. I hope this serves as my legacy to my family and shows those survivors who have yet to find their voices that hope and healing are possible. This old woman that is about to go into a coffin is literally seeking justice for making her own dumb choices. See, this is the problem. Women are never held accountable for their actions. This woman is a former Playboy model, which means she was getting passed around the industry. She is not a saint. She was a sinner the whole time. Not a winner, a sinner. And she was popping pills because she was a Playboy model. How many men she slept with? How many so-called baby daddies she got? See, nobody's bringing up her past. They're making her look like this old woman that just was a saint all this time. No, she was a Playboy model. That's all we needed to know. And if you are a Playboy model, we know you had to do some things back in the day. We know you had to sleep around, and we know you got pregnant by a lot of guys. Notice this. Who are her baby daddies? Where is the so-called father of her kids? And how is it that the news reporter know that she lost her son? Because they know each other. These are the things you must understand. They all know each other. They know each other, y'all. Listen to the tape.
I hope this serves as my legacy to my family and shows those survivors who have yet to find their voices that hope and healing are possible.
Wow, really powerful words from her, Victoria Valentino. And I know she's based in California, though Nevada has separate laws when it comes to statutes on sexual assault.
Right. And so what's interesting is they're just about to change their law in Nevada. And some of the women who've accused Cosby were involved in getting this new law passed in Nevada. Tomorrow, the governor there will sign the law that allows anyone with a claim of sexual assault, no matter how old it is, to file lawsuits.
Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm telling you, leave women alone, seek the Most High. Are y'all listening to this crazy law that they're passing? So let me get this straight. If something happened 90 years ago, a woman can just find an attorney and be like, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. No DNA, no evidence, no videotapes. I mean, my goodness, fam, they didn't have no cell phones back then. So it's like no internet. There was no like where's the proof, man? Like, come on. How could anybody, how do you even find proof that this even happened, bro? How could they even prove that Cosby is guilty in a case like this? How? What evidence do you have? So you mean to tell me you got DNA of the pill? Like, who makes these laws? See, this is how you know that we're living in a satanic world, because the population is just dumbed down and sleep. Because wherever this is, Nevada, whatever they passing this crazy law, everybody should be up, like literally going wild over this. Like, why would you even pass a law like that? So that means that any woman could come up and accuse you of anything and just say, yeah, he put pills in my drink. And if you notice, in every one of these cases, it's always he put pills in my drink or he gave me pills. Have you noticed that? In every case regarding situations like the Bill Cosby situation, the women are always saying that they were offered pills. And they're so dumb that they took the pills. This is what they always do. And it's all a lie. They use it to destroy, to blackmail. You know what I mean? To strong arm different men into submission. That's what they're doing to Cosby, y'all.
A civil claim. I've spoken with 3 other Cosby accusers today who intend to file suit as soon as they possibly can.
3 more accusers are getting ready to file their so-called lawsuits. And she spoke to them already. How did she find them? Think about that. How did she find them? How did she find the 3 other people? Because she know all of them, y'all. This is all a setup.
In Nevada tomorrow, the governor there will sign the law that allows anyone with a claim of sexual assault, no matter how old it is, to file lawsuits in a civil claim. I've spoken with
That's
3
crazy.
other Cosby accusers today who intend to file suit as soon as they possibly can in Nevada. So that would be 4 different women, 2 different suits, pursuing this civil litigation. As we said, the criminal avenue is no longer open, so they're going with this civil avenue.
So because the criminal avenue is no longer open, now they're going through another avenue now? Are y'all seeing what they're doing to Cosby? Y'all can't see this is all BS? Y'all can't see that they're purposely harassing this man with these cases? This is what they're doing. They're draining him. They're draining his energy. This man is 80-something years old, fam. He don't have much time to live. And they're trying to take him out. Listen to what the woman said, fam. Listen to her words, fam.
As they possibly can in Nevada. So that would be 4 different women, 2 different suits, pursuing this civil litigation.
Notice how she had to take a breath while she was speaking, fam. That just shows that she's being paid top dollars to push this story, this lie.
As they possibly can in Nevada. So that would be 4 different women, 2 different suits, pursuing this civil litigation. As we said, the criminal avenue is no longer open, so they're going with this civil avenue.
That could have far-reaching implications.
It could.
And of course, Bill Cosby remains a household name. What is he saying? What's his team saying?
Yeah, and to be clear, he is no longer in prison. He is at home. And a spokesperson for Bill Cosby did release this statement saying about Victoria Valentino that Ms. Valentino has skirted from town to town, promoting her alleged allegations. I think we have a full screen we can put up. Promoting her allegations against Mr. Cosby to anyone that would give her a platform without any proof or facts. America is continuing to see that this is a formula to make sure that no more black men in America accumulate the American dream that was secured by Mr. Cosby. That is a point that he and his attorneys have made.
Wow, are y'all getting this? Man, I told you, man. See, a lot of you brothers out there, especially you black women that hate black men, because you're bitter about your baby daddy and the fact that you threw your life away and made bad choices, you gotta realize something with what Cosby said right there. It says, Victoria Valentino has skirted from town to town promoting her alleged allegations against Mr. Cosby to anyone that would give her platform without any proof or facts. America is continuing to see that this is a formula to make sure that no more black men in America accumulate the American dream that was secured by Mr. Cosby. And to add insult to injury, you so-called Negroes are so hateful, so foolish that a brother, Bill Cosby, who have secured the American dream of success, you're so evil and hateful that you would help the establishment to crucify this man so that no other black man could be successful. You're a traitor to your own people. Period. Because of your jealousy, because you are a loser and was unable to secure the bag, you don't mind what they're doing to Cosby. And this is coming from a lot of black women, fam. A lot of black women hate Cosby and don't even know him, don't even know nothing about him. But because of the court of public opinion and all of the allegations, they just believe he's a monster. It says America is continuing to see this as a formula. Isn't that what I just told you? I just told you that this is what they're doing. It's a plan. It's a formula. It's how they do men of color. You understand? This is what they do. Anytime they can't stand you, anytime you're rising in success, what they do? They have to take away your platform. They have to cancel you. They have to put allegations on you. The only black men that will have success and money are the satanic ones. The guys that are not really about change. Think about this, fam. Look at all the money that Jay-Z got. What is Jay-Z doing for the community? I just want to know. With all the money Jay-Z got, what is he doing in terms of education for the black community? What is he doing? What exactly is Jay-Z doing in terms of building different structures and things for the improvement of black people, education for black people, entrepreneurs and different things and stuff to, entrepreneur development, skilled trades and various other things with the amount of money that him and Beyonce got? What the fuck are they doing? Nothing! Do you see what I mean? That's what pisses me off. Because Cosby was all about education. Cosby was all about people graduating. Cosby was all about doing what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like they just ignored him. And my apologies to S7. I think that you had gave a super chat. I totally forgot about reading your super chat if you wrote something. My apologies, but salute to you for the support. I just saw your name and I just kind of remembered. Cosby is always about education, fam. And I don't know that man's past, but at the end of the day, do he deserve this kind of harassment, fam? No. What is Jay-Z doing for the black community? Nothing. What is he gonna do? Make a rap school on how to be a rapper? Are you kidding me? He came from Marcy Projects. What is he doing for Marcy Projects? What is he doing for the hood? Nothing, because this is what ninjas do when they get out the hood. They get their money, they leave, and they just brag about how rich they are, but they're not doing a damn thing for nobody. With the amount of money Jay and Beyonce have together, the amount of money they cannot spend in their lifetime. And see, this is why it's sad when people got all this money, but they're not really doing nothing to affect change. They're not putting their people in a position. And one thing the powers that be hate is when you're black and you use your resources to empower your people. This is something they don't want you to do. This is why when you see a multimillionaire black actor and so forth, you never hear about them doing anything for anyone. They just rich, they live in a nice community, and that's it. All we talk about is how rich they are, what their net worth is. But do we ever hear about what they're doing? They're never doing nothing for anyone. Because once you are a black person and you're successful and you try to empower your people, that is when they sacrifice you. That's when they come get you. Because they do not want you to put your people in position. But notice, when you look at other ethnic groups, when they got money, they empower the entire community. This is what they do, fam. They build stores, they build schools, they do all of this type of stuff. They build hospitals, recreational centers, mechanic shops, you name it. They build their community. They put the money back in the community for the people that are less fortunate. Do you understand? But in the black community, look at all these black actors that are successful and got money. They don't do a damn thing for the community at all. You know? But every time they want to shoot a movie, they always come back to the black community. Anytime they want to shoot a movie, they go to the projects. Have you ever noticed anytime they want to make a gangster movie or some sort of movie in the hood, they always got to use the projects? Look at all the Denzel Washington movies. What they had to do, they had to go to Coney Island to go up there to use the projects to shoot the film. Why? Did they give all the people in the projects money? Did they give all the people in the projects a new way of life? No. All they did is made you feel good that your projects was used in a movie. That's a slap in your face. They use the hood, they exploit the hood, they exploit the ghetto, they exploit the poor, but they don't give you nothing. Just bragging rights to say, yo, my projects was featured in Denzel's movie. Yeah, that's it, and you still living in the projects while Denzel's in a mansion. You understand what I'm saying? All these people do is talk about how much money they got, but they're not elevating their people. Why do you think they crucified Michael Jackson? Because Michael Jackson was doing a lot of things. Michael Jackson did a lot of stuff, fam. A lot of things. And nobody really talked about it, but he did a lot of things, man. And they didn't like the fact that he was gonna do greater things. And they said, nah, we gotta get him up out of here. He's gonna empower his people. Don't you know that all it takes is for the people that got money to share the love, to share the wealth, and put their people in position, and it'll change the dynamic of everything. Do you know that? Do you know that if all of these rich celebrities come to the ghettos and the hoods and literally set up programs by which they're going to empower their people, financially free their people from bondage, do you know it'll turn the cycle around? Do you know that? Imagine what would happen if all of these multimillionaires did that. See, a lot of times we get this mindset of thinking that if anybody helped the black community, that the black community is going to continue to be down and out, broke, and impoverished. No, they're not. Because I see people on YouTube that are millionaires and they make content helping the poor all the time. Now, I don't appreciate the fact that a lot of these creators do content exploiting the poor, even though they're giving them money. I don't like that they do that because the scriptures is against, I guess, showing the public that you're doing good deeds for the homeless. It's supposed to be done in secret where you do nice things, you help them out and you keep it moving. But when you got to record yourself feeding the poor, giving them money, putting them in a motel, that's for content. That's not for you helping them. So it's not a good thing to exploit people like that, especially to put them on camera and use them to gain money, you know? But my point is, when these very people do this, they put people in good positions. Now, what the people choose to do after they're put in a position is up to them. So it is very possible to change the outcome of the poverty that's in these communities. The problem is the people don't want to do this. You know what I mean? The people don't want to put their people in position because if they do, the powers that be is going to sacrifice them. This is why all the people that are wealthy, they move away from you and they don't want to be around you and they don't want to help you because it's a constant competition of who's better than who. Cosby was in a position to do something really big that was going to affect his people. That's the real bottom line. That's the thing that a lot of people not seeing here. Why are they going at him so hard? Because even at his age right now, he's still trying to figure out a way of how to empower his people. And they're like, nah, we gotta kill you. We gotta drain your pocket. We gotta exhaust your resources. Because he already know his time is up. He already know he's gonna be dying soon. He knows that. And most elderly people, when they're in their 80s, they self-reflect and they begin to say, you know, I just wanna do something with my money. I wanna do something with my wealth for the people. I'm not gonna need it. You know, it is what it is. I don't know if he have any family and so on and so forth, but the whole case is he wants to do something with his influence and power, and they don't want him to do that. They want him to die off so that no one can give the executive order on how to distribute money, how to bring about his plans, sign contracts with his signature, and various other things. So they're trying to take him out, y'all. This is what they're doing right now to Cosby. And what you have to understand, like I said, America is continuing to see that this is a formula to make sure that no black men in America accumulate the American dream that was secured by Mr. Cosby. Do you see that? The American dream is success beyond measure. And Cosby was able to accumulate that. He was able to reach a certain level of success to the point that he could talk about it. Not one of these fake people acting like they successful. Cosby did it. And he was trying to make black men understand that it's very possible for you to reach a certain level. But see, the only level as a black man we know is going to the 9 to 5, dealing with the BS, and going home. And that's it. No, there gotta comes a time when we gotta elevate as black men and think outside the box. They do not want us to be entrepreneurs. They don't want us to be business owners. They just want us to work, slave till we die. How about learning everything at the job that you work at so that you can start your own business? I mean, you're at a company, you see how they do it, you see what they do every day, you understand the intricate details of how the business is functioning. Okay, take notes. You know how to do it, you're talented, you're gifted. Start your own business. It's that simple. But no, they don't want you to do that. They just want you to work. Again, everybody got to work and start off somewhere, but what about entrepreneurship? What about ownership? What about being a producer? Why is it that as black people, we love to shop? We love to buy all the latest Jordans, all the latest clothes, all the jewels, the shoes, women buying out weaves and makeup. How about learning how to start a business where you're the developers of these products? See, we're not even thinking about that because we're just consumers. That's all we're into, consumerism. That's it. We're not producing nothing. We don't got no products and services. And if we do have a product or service, it's something basic that anybody can do. How about becoming an innovator? How about manufacturing something? How about developing something and bring it to market? How about understanding the needs that is in the community, the needs that are in the world, and creating the solution? You know, if you're into cars, there's certain things about cars that you probably figured out a long time ago. There's no patents for it. How about being that developer? You know, we need more producers in the black community. We need more inventors in the black community. That's what we need. Designers. Rather than buying everybody else's clothes, how about having your own company, designing clothes? How about doing that? Make your own salons. Rather than going to their salons, make a salon, start your own business. But no, we don't do that. We go to their business and they're being successful and they're making all the money and all their kids are going through college while your children are dropping out of high school. You got 298 people in the building, all of this information I'm sharing, and the likes are low. That just goes to show that people don't want to elevate their mind. That just goes to show that most people are not thinking outside the box.
Most people, the bottom 80%, are lazy.
Lazy. They're lazy people. They don't want to do nothing with their life.
Most people, the bottom 80%, are...
The bottom 80% are lazy.
Most people, the bottom 80%, are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut to be successful, and there aren't any.
Wow.
But if you do something repeatedly, over and over, you develop a habit. So most people are in the habit of looking for easy ways to get the things they want.
Yep.
And they're surrounded by people who think the same way. 95% of your thinking is determined by the people that you associate with.
That's why I don't hang out with none of these damn people that ain't about nothing, fam. I don't want nobody around me that ain't making moves, nobody that's not being productive, nobody that ain't going nowhere. I cannot stand being around people that don't think outside the box, that don't have success on their mind. The only kind of brothers or sisters that I want to be around around are people that are about business, people that are about self-development, people that are about health and fitness. These are the kind of things. If you're not eating the proper foods, I don't even want to be around you, fam. Like, real talk. A lot of people have to understand, man. If you're hanging around people that eat trashy food, people that's not eating good, then their mind is most likely trashy and not good as well. And they're not a good thinker at all. Why? Because of the types of foods that they're consuming. So all you got to do is look at a person's plate, and that'll tell you their entire life. You look at a person's plate, and it'll tell you how their life is. If their plate is full of trash, then you know their life is full of trash. It's just that simple, fam. If you're in credit card debt and your bills are all out of order, then I already know your life is out of order. If your house is in a mess and it's not tidy and it's not clean, then most likely everything else in your life is out of order. It's just that simple. The way you live, the way you think is a clear result of everything else that's going on around you. If we go inside your car and it's dirty, your house is dirty too. That's because you don't respect yourself. If you smell and you're around people and you're not concerned about your presentation around others, then most likely everything else you do is the same exact way. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? So if you hang around a bunch of people that aren't about nothing, you're not going to be about nothing because you're going to become just like them. You know what I mean? Whoever you hang around will influence you. It's just like when I'm around people, the first thing I try to do is influence them to become better by the things that I'm doing. I want to share with them. I want to show them that it's a better way. But most people are so set in their ways, they don't want to do anything further because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to put in the time. They want an easy way. And there is no easy way. You got to work hard in order to get to the success. You have to do it. If not, do it for your children's children. Because if you don't work hard, then the next generation is going to have to work hard. And if they don't work hard because they're lazy, then the next generation suffer. And this is why we can't go nowhere as a people. Everybody else, all these other ethnic groups are living life, man. I keep telling you, most of you are just existing. You have not even yet lived your life yet. You're just existing. You're in the world and you deal with the drama and the trouble all day long, but you still have no peace. You working, and it's like nothing is changing. It's like you're just working and working. You're just tired, and there's nothing there. It's like nothing is growing. Your skills haven't grown year after year. It's the same thing. And you're seeing people that are younger than you passing you, elevate into greater success, and you're like, I'm still at the same pot where I was at. What is going on with me? You're lazy, and you're not doing a damn thing.
Regular basis. If you associate with people who don't work hard, don't learn, socialize after work, then you become like them. You think like them, you talk like them, you dress like them.
Yep.
You marry them. So you're married to someone who also has no ambition. And you raise children, and your children have no ambition. Just go to work and complain about your work. But top people associate with other top people.
Top people associate with other top people, fam. That's the way you got to do it. And it's not a bad thing. A lot of times, look, fam, you cannot have the mentality of a boss or being successful when you are critical of yourself in terms of the way you think. A comment was posted, and I think that a lot of you need to pay attention to this comment. Darlene says, leave the peasants behind and fly with the eagles, period. That is a true statement. But now a lot of people, right, they'll look at the comment and they'll be like, but why you got to call the people peasants? Because they're peasants. That's exactly who they are. Listen, when you think about what I'm talking about here, we're talking about people that don't want to grow, people that don't want to go to the next level. They like being on the bottom. You should not want to do that. They're peasants. It's just that simple. They're not going nowhere. They're the ones that you're going to hire to work at the company because they don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. So we'll just make them workers and keep them right where they are. That way we can elevate because they don't want to grow any higher. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody is not going to be successful. There are going to be peasants. There are going to be people that are going to be on the bottom. That's just the way it is. This is why society like the way everything is. The rich stay getting richer and the poor stay poor. That's just the way it is. But what's crazy about this is in America, you would think that there would be less poverty than other countries. But in America, it's worse than other countries because this is supposed to be the land with all the money, all the wealth, all the opportunity. There should be nobody homeless in America. There should not be not one homeless person in the United States. That's just real talk. Listen, even if the person is not a millionaire, I'm not saying everybody's going to be a millionaire because everybody is not going to be a millionaire. Some people don't want to be a millionaire. They're comfortable just making what they're making. Some people are comfortable just making $60K a year. They're comfortable. They don't got no bunch of expenses. They don't got a bunch of bills. They're comfortable. They got what they need. They're living their life. They're cool. They don't have a problem. But then some of us, you got family, you got other responsibilities. You need more money. You need more resources. You might not want to be a millionaire. I'm not saying being a millionaire is the ultimate goal of success. The ultimate goal of success is when you're at peace, when you're able to not be thinking about or worrying about money. You're not thinking about or worrying about your health. Why? Because you've been practicing what I've been talking about in terms of eating properly, having proper health and fitness, and so on and so forth. Look, in my community section on the channel, if you go to my community section, I displayed the types of foods that I eat every day. Right? You just eat that types of food every single day and just do what you got to do. Have your protein shakes, work out, do what you got to do. Fam, your mind is going to be clear. You're going to be able to think. You're going to be able to move. You're going to have energy. You're going to do all of that type of stuff. And then when you implement the necessary vitamins, amino acids, and various other things, your brain, your blood circulation, your heart, your liver, your lungs, everything is going to be functioning at optimal levels, and you're going to be able to do the job that you need. Because here's the thing. You're not going to be able to have success or do anything if your health is poor. So health is wealth. Health is the first form of wealth that we should be focused on before chasing the bag. Because there's a lot of people that chase the bag and then they die. You know what I mean? Nobody know the day or the hour. You could be in the best tip-top shape and still pass away. So let me also put that out there. You know, you could be in the best tip-top shape and still pass away. Because tomorrow, we don't know the day nor the hour. We don't know what's going to come. Anything can happen, most high forbid. We just don't know. But this human body that we have is supposed to be taken care of, just like you take care of your car, just like you take care of your house, just like you take care of your apartment. You're supposed to maintain the physical body. So putting in the proper nutrition, the proper food, the proper things is going to sustain your life. So if you're not doing that, that means you don't respect your body. That means you don't respect your life. So you could be working hard towards that business and you're going to end up dying young, or you're not going to have the energy to reach your goals. A lot of you, the reason why you're unable to reach your goals is because of your diet. You're not eating the proper food, so the energy is not there. Your mind is not thinking clear. And this is why you hang with all the wrong people, because y'all all eating the same kind of foods. Listen, I could go on and on and on about this, fam. These are facts. Let's get back to the story.
Law of attraction says that if you change the way you think, you start to attract new people into your life. If you become aggressive about personal development and personal growth, you start to meet other people who think the same way. And the old groups of people that you...
Wow, this is crazy, fam. This is really crazy. Because if you meet people, it should be people that's going to elevate you. And also, the term somebody had posed, tomorrow is not promised. I disagree with that. I disagree. Tomorrow is actually promised. That's a lie. I'm just letting you know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you have a tradition of hearing people say stuff like that. But tomorrow is promised. It's in the scriptures. You understand? The Most High promised that. If you obey him, he said you're going to have long life. It is promised. It's in the Bible. Tomorrow is promised. Tomorrow is promised. And you know, it's nothing against you. It's just that in the world we live in, we have these traditions of just saying stuff that everybody else say. You know, like if you notice while I was talking, I was very careful with my words in terms of about you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Well, you know, even while talking, it was almost like I was about to utter the same words that you post. But the truth is, tomorrow is promised. You know what I mean? The Most High gave promises to us in the scriptures that we're going to have long life. He even told you that, and I can find several scriptures on this. I might have to do a video about this, but there's scriptures in the Bible that says, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long. That's a promise. That's a promise. He's telling you that if you honor thy mother, honor your father, your days are going to be long. That is a promise. So tomorrow is in fact promised to you. There's many scriptures throughout the Bible that the Most High promised you length of days length of days that will be added to your life if you're obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. He talks about how your bones and your marrow will be blessed. It's all in the scriptures. But if we say that, oh, tomorrow is not promised, then we're going to live in a way where we're just thinking mediocre. We're not really elevating. We don't want to work on nothing because we figure, well, tomorrow's not promised, so it don't make no sense I work hard. That doesn't make any sense. See, who taught us these things? Who told us that tomorrow is not promised to you? That's crazy. If that's the case, then it makes no sense we live. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is promised for all of you. All of you have the opportunity to be successful. Every last one of you that are listening to the video, you all have what it takes to be successful in this life. The problem is the way you think. You know what I mean? You have to begin to pull away from people that are around you that don't want to elevate. I don't care if you live in the hood, in the slums, it doesn't matter. You can elevate where you are. You could. You just don't want to. Some people get comfortable being down. And they're like, look, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to shake the feathers. I don't want to do nothing. I just like, hey, I got a job. I'm comfortable, Ringo. I don't want to say nothing. Hey, I'm good. But that's the training. You've been trained to just be where you are. You don't want to grow. You don't realize that your children's in the future is dependent on you of making those moves. If I don't do what I'm doing right now, if I don't elevate what I'm doing, what's going to be the result of my daughters in the future? What's going to be the result? They're going to end up struggling because I didn't make any sacrifices in terms of being a harder worker, elevating, being a producer, producing different opportunities for them to get into, making it better for them so that they don't have to go into the world trying to figure it out. This is why our parents failed us, because they didn't have the tools from their parents, because their parents failed their kids. And we have a generational curse of our people not working hard, not taking risks. And consequently, your children are left with the same thing. It's just like in the hood, in the projects. You have a lot of grandmothers that lived in the projects their whole life, and then their daughter lived in the projects, had some kids, got an apartment, got on food stamps and welfare, and then she had some kids, and now her kids live down the block in the other projects. Well, what are we doing? We're training a generation to just do the same thing. All it takes is one of us to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm done. I'm going to elevate myself. And that's exactly what it is. Once you begin to elevate yourself, the people around you are going to be upset. They're going to be mad. You think you better than me? You think you smarter than me? Yes, I am better than you. Yes, I am smarter than you. And I'm making more money than you because I know how to elevate myself. It's about education. And this is something that Bill Cosby was into. He was very critical of black men, in particular black men, because he wanted black men to become leaders to take care of their women. Go back into some of the archives when Bill Cosby would speak. A lot of black people were upset with him because they thought that he was a racist. They thought that he was against black people. But all he wanted to do is put you in position to think bigger. You think like a slave. You think small. Educate yourself. Pull your pants up and be a man. But no, black men don't want to do that. They just want to be in the hood, drinking and smoking all day and sleeping around with women. That's all we think about all day. Sleeping around with women rather than building families. Remember, the Cosby Show was about a black man and a woman that had children and they were successful. You understand? And it gave us life lessons about life, that things we didn't even see. You know, because most of us came out of a single parent household. So to see the Cosby Show with Claire Huxtable, who was fine back in the days, I ain't gonna lie. Man, oh man. She was fine, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them eyes, man, my. But it is what it is, man. That was the show. You know, along with Good Times, that gave us a lot of hope. And remember, Good Times was filmed in, like, literally in the hood, in the ghetto, in the projects. So it really showed you the black family. At least they had their mom and their dad. And it showed you. It even in the sitcom Good Times, there was an episode where JJ did a painting of a black Jesus. And the mother was like, my Jesus is white. And then the son, he pretty much was like, no, it's in the Bible that Jesus is black. And they opened the scriptures up. He started reading the scriptures about how his hands and feet was like it was burnt in the furnace and bronze. They talked about the truth in the sitcom, trying to let you so-called Negroes know that you're the biblical Israelites. They did this way back in the day. They tried to give y'all the truth of who you are as a people, and you didn't listen because you still thought that the Messiah was a white man. You thought it was comedy, but it was the truth they were giving you. The Messiah is, in fact, a black man. These are facts. So this is why they're trying to take out Cosby. Because when they take him out, they take all of us out. That's how you got to look at it. When they take Cosby out, they took us all out. When they take out R. Kelly, they take out all of us black men. When they took out Michael Jackson, they take all of us out, fam. You got to look at this as a collective, as a unit. It's not one man they going after. They going after all of us. You understand? And that's what's happening, fam. Let me get the trolls out, because when people say, oh, F now we on religion, shaking my head, that's a person that's following the devil. You know, it's very simple to spot them, you know, because what you have to understand is that this is why we are lost as a people. Notice anytime you talk about God, somebody starts shaking their head. But yet the reason why we're in the position we're in right now is because we rebel against God. Listen, fam, these are signs that show whenever you bring up the Most High and the scriptures, notice how demons and devils come into the chat to distract you. Now, that's what's called a distraction, because you're bringing out the truth, and now they don't want to hear that. Now, imagine I had the money like Cosby and all these other entertainers in the industry. They'll be pissed off with me, fam. Every time I go live, they'll be pissed off because they know I'll be doing great works for the community. They know that. You understand? Imagine when a person talk about, oh, here we go, religion. That's a person that don't believe in God. They believe in Satan. Those are the kind of people you cut off, ladies and gentlemen. You see how quick I just remove the person just like that? That's how I do it in real life. Once somebody's around me and they're negative and they're satanic, I cut those people off. I don't want none of them people around me. They're the kind of people that hold you back. They're the kind of people that will stop you from reaching your goals. You understand? And that's just how it is. You know? But hey, it's up to you if you want to follow after that nonsense, man. Because they don't know the difference. They think that when they hear Bible talk, that you're talking about some religion or some sort of religious business. The Bible is not a religion. Number one, following the Most High is not a religion. And this just goes to show how people are lost. Anytime you reject God, anytime you're ashamed of God, you're a failure already. And you're going to be in hell's fire in due time. I promise you, that's where you're going to end up. So the last thing you want to do is be around people that reject the Most High. So rule number one, I feel that if you want to become successful, you're going to have to make sure that you're connected to the Most High, number one, and anybody else around you that's satanic, that's following the devil, you need to cut them off. You need to go about 2-3 years with no friends, no associates, nobody. Just be by yourself, man, and get yourself together. Seriously, fam. Like, some of you really need to go and cut everybody off. Everybody that you know, just cut them off. And just be by yourself and get your mind right. Get yourself together. You know? Because by the time you do that, you're gonna be very sensitive to demonic activity. So when you come around people after taking a long break and meet new friends or whatever the case is, you're gonna know off the top if the person is evil, because you've been connected to the Most High for so long and you had time off to renew your thinking and get yourself together. Truthfully speaking, fam, if you get rid of the people that you hang with, you'll begin to elevate. A lot of the people you're hanging with right now are holding you back from being successful. So you got to make sure that you get rid of all of the dead weight from holding you down, because we don't need that in our lives. Not right now. You know, there's too many toxic people around us, and it is what it is. It's just like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I was just hanging around predominantly black people all the time. Black people, because I lived in a black community. But when I went to all white high school, I was pretty much around Caucasian people. And when I'm around them, I was around Caucasian people, I was around Asian people, I was around various different groups. And everybody is different. Everybody have a different perspective on life. They live a different way. And you begin to link up with different people, learning different things. So when I would come back to the hood and I begin to talk, they'll be like, well, why you talk like this, and why you talk like that, and why you think like this? And I'm like, well, I'm around different people. I'm learning different things. I understand how the hood work. I understand what it's like to be poor. I understand what it's like to think outside the box. And when I would try to instruct and teach my own people, they would get upset with me. Oh, you sound white. This is another thing they would always say. Oh, you sound white, or you think you're smart. Oh, you trying to sound educated. And I'm like, wow. So let me get this straight. Trying to sound educated is now an insult. So trying to speak properly is now looked upon as not being black. So let me get this straight. So being black is sounding stupid then. That's what you're saying? Because that's exactly what you're saying. So if I'm speaking intelligently, I sound white. So you're basically saying that intelligent people are white people, but if I sound like an idiot, then I must be black. So talking like I'm crazy is black talking points. That doesn't even make any sense. Why would you want to be associated with that mess? And it's been like that a lot of times in school. They would call you a nerd. They would say you always in your books. Oh, you always in the house studying. Oh, you always practicing your music. Oh, you always doing this. Why you ain't hanging out all day? Because I'm trying to develop my future. I don't got time to be hanging out with you guys. You guys ain't going nowhere. Bill Cosby was about education, productivity, and doing better. And they didn't like that. They do not like when black men educate other black people. This is why, as a content creator, even though I might have a lot of entertainment value in my videos, in my commentary, I always offer education. I always offer commentary and criticism to stimulate thought. Why? So you can become a better person, whether you listen to 5 minutes of the stream or 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. The 10 minutes you might view might be the viewing that you needed. That will stimulate your thoughts to want to view more of the content, you know? Because our kids are not being educated in the educational system. They're not training them. They're not giving them anything. They're just programming them to be future slaves. That's it. The educational system was never designed to make your children become successful. It's to prepare them to be future slaves to work for a company. That's just the truth, you know? You go to other countries, they don't do stuff like this. The educational system is totally different. Kids typically hone in on what they do best, and they just become entrepreneurs at a young age. A developer, software developer, they invented a product. You got young kids that invent things in other countries. That's right. But over here, we're not taught to be inventors or scientists or anything that is advanced. We're not even taught to get into advanced education. We don't teach none of this. We don't care. We just like, buying designer clothes. That's as far as our life goes. Just the other day, I seen a post from Cardi B where she was talking about how she got all of these cars in her garage and they're all collecting dust. and she was walking around the garage. We might have to do a video about it, where she was talking about all these cars that she owned, and they're all collecting dust. About she got her Maybach, she got her Lambo, and her awesome sports cars, and they're all collecting dust. You can see the dust on the cars. Why? Because all of that money is wasted on material things. That's how we live. We get money and we're just materialistic, buying a bunch of useless materials. We're not empowering anybody. We're not teaching anybody anything. When has Cardi B ever invested in the community? When has Cardi B invested in the community she came from to empower the young girls, to empower the boys, to empower the community? What has she done? Nothing. And that's typical. We're not trained to empower our people. That's another lack of education. Once we get successful, we don't feel that we are responsible for empowering our people. Whereas other groups of people, once they come to America and they amass wealth, what do? They send money back home. They empower their community. And even in America, even in the Asian community, if they start a business, they don't just make money and that's it. They make money and it goes back into the Asian community. And all of them chip in for the community. You'll have a vendor on this corner, a vendor on that corner. When they make money, portion of that money go back into the community. They focus on sustaining the lifestyles and the life of the community. But as Black people, we weren't taught none of that. We were taught that once we get money, it's for us. It's for us to brag about. It's for us to show off. Oh, let me get my designer clothes and my fancy sports car and drive around the ghetto to impress the ghetto. Why would you do that? Why would you come to the hood in a fancy car with designer clothes and jewelries and diamonds? You trying to impress people that are poor. Rather than you coming over there to build them up, you're busy showing off. And that's how Black people are. You don't see white people doing that. And see, when I was in high school, and I was around a lot of Caucasian people that had money, one thing that I noticed about them that I've learned is they don't buy a bunch of expensive clothes. They really don't. I knew white guys that were millionaires. All they wore was a white t-shirt, some, khaki pants, and some Vans for shoes. And they'll be just walking around like it ain't nothing. And these guys had money, And that's how they are. They don't buy a bunch of expensive, crazy stuff. They'll drive around with a regular car and be a millionaire. Not making themselves a target, not all out there, not trying to be flashy. And this is their lifestyle. Asian people do it even better. Asian people could be a multi-millionaire and be outside with a vending truck selling products. And you thinking this guy is poor. This guy is not poor. This guy is a millionaire. Half of his money goes to his community, and he lives a very modest life, comfortable, at peace, and that's it. But us, we have to get materials because that's what makes us feel like we are successful. And that's how it is in the Black community. We're trained that when we have on designer clothes, Jordans, and various other shoes, that because we dress good, that means we're successful, when we're not. Now, there's nothing wrong with having Jordans and nice clothes, but the problem is we're faking success. It's one thing if you're able to afford these things, but when you're going into credit card debt and you're struggling to pay your rent and you got on Jordans and your kids is hungry, that's a problem. It's a problem if you're wearing Jordans and your kids is in the house hungry. That's a problem, man. Like, seriously. So we got to get our mind educated to think outside the box. A lot of women do this. They want to wear designer fake bags that they purchase from AliExpress because they want everybody to believe they're wearing Louis Vuitton and Gucci. Really? That's your life? You don't see other people doing that stuff, fam. We're the only ones that do that type of madness. Imagine you're rich and famous and you got 30 cars on your parking lot. Like, why? Why do you need 30 cars, man? That's sad. That's a mismanagement of money. The cars are depreciating in value. It's not that serious. If anything, just rent cars for a weekend. That's what I'm gonna do. I promise you, fam, I'm a multimillionaire. I'm not even owning no car. And if I do, it's just family vehicles and whatnot, but I don't want nothing that's expensive. I really don't. There's no need for that. You wanna have a weekend and a nice car? Go rent a sports car and bring it back. But to buy that $500,000, why would you buy a Maybach? Why would you buy a Bugatti? Why? Like, seriously, do you know what would happen if you get into an accident? Do you know what happens when they have to change a tire? They have to change all 4 tires, not one. Do you know what happened when one of the brakes need to be changed? They got to change all 4. You know how much money it costs if you get into an accident, a fender bender? Fam, you're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not worth it. A tune-up? Fam, you got to get the car shipped to them. It's a lot of money to maintain. Why would you waste your money? It's crazy. But people do crazy things because they want to be seen. Imagine driving a Bugatti in New York City with all the potholes and all the haters. They're going to crash into your car, fam. Purposely, they're going to crash into your car. I seen a Bugatti in Manhattan. Everybody around it taking pictures, and I'm laughing because I'm like, this person is doing this for attention. If I'm with my family and I'm in my car, I don't want everybody around me taking damn pictures. I don't like attention, bro. Like, seriously, I do not like attention when I'm in the street. I hate it. I don't like it. I like to just go where I gotta go, get what I gotta get, and go home. I don't like all of that attention, man. But some people do. It's what they get off on attention. You know? That's crazy stuff, fam. So these are my final words, fam. What they're doing to Cosby is designed to destroy him as a man and take him out because they don't want to see him complete his goal of, I guess, putting black people in a certain position, whether it be financially or through education. They don't want to see him do that. So this woman is sent as an agent to destroy his legacy and his name so that black men can never reach that level of success like Cosby. You got to look at this as an orchestrated attack on black men as a whole. This is not just an attack on Cosby. Look, fam, when you look at the Asian community, when you look at the Jewish community, when you look at other communities, if you do something to one of them, they look at it as you did it to all of us. Do you understand me? They don't look at that, oh, it's just one person. No. You do something to one Jewish man, the whole community come together and stand behind their brother, no matter what. That's how they move, bro. They move as a unit. But with us, we don't do that. We see them crucifying Cosby. We make videos laughing. We see what they did to R. Kelly. We laughing. Ha ha, he's a pedophile. He's messing with underage girls, even though there's no proof. There's no proof of none of this. None. Just speculation and allegations. Court of public opinion. And you throw a man behind bars with no proof. They accuse Michael Jackson of being a pedophile, messing with kids, when the man never did no such thing. Never did no such thing. There's no evidence that supported that he did anything. But because they couldn't get him, they killed him. And this is what they do to all men in particular. Mainly black men. They did this to white men as well. But they love going after black men with these allegations. And we got to do something about it. So stop looking at them as, oh, they're just going after Cosby. That has nothing to do with me. No, if they're doing that to Cosby, what about you? If they're going after Cosby with these type of allegations, what more? How worse could it be for you? He got the resources to be going back and forth, but it's frustrating to keep doing this, man. You know? You got to look at this thing as a collective, man. They're not just attacking Cosby. They're attacking black men's freedom at the same time. That means that any one of us can be brought up on false allegations from any woman from the past. That's crazy. That's crazy. That means you could be 70 years old and some crazy, scorned, butthurt woman, mad because she's a single mom with 10 kids, would get upset because she see you successful, and now she figure, okay, now is a good time for me to file my lawsuit. Now is a good time for me to say I was sexually harassed. Really? When you're out here being a damn 304, when your legs is open every day for all these other guys, you don't have a problem with them. But you got a problem with a man that you was with in the past. This is why I keep telling you guys, be very careful of the kind of women you deal with, man. Be very careful, because a lot of them are evil, bro. Again, if a woman is with you, she's going to rock with you. She's going to support what you do. And she's going to bring forth children for you. And she's going to be there as a helpmate to support everything you do, because she realized that her life is about serving you. But if you're with a woman that don't believe in that, you're with the wrong woman, guys. I'm telling you right now, guys. If there's anything you get from the stream, man, get that info. If a woman is not rocking with you, catering to you, supporting what you do, she's not the right woman, bro. She's just there for a season. She's a seasonal woman, a seasonal girlfriend, a seasonal wife who's there for a season, and then she's gonna leave. A woman gotta be there till the end, whether you got money or not. That's why I keep telling you guys, even if you don't got no money, man, your woman is supposed to rock with you, because she know your potential of earning. She know that you're that guy. You understand? So if she's not really with you when things are not looking good, that's the time you need to let her go. So if you're currently in a relationship and you may have lost your job, or the money is not right, or whatever the case is, and the woman is acting up, that's a sign, brother, that you need to let her go, because she's only with you for your money. And I know it's difficult because you might like her and think that maybe it can still work. It can't work, bro. She's only interested in your money, and she's showing you the signs. If she's not treating you right because you lost your job, or because you can't buy her the things she wants, that is the time that you need to leave her, because she's not good. Right? So it is what it is, man. They're going to try to take this brother out. Don't be surprised if Cosby, most high forbid, pass away in the upcoming months. Don't be surprised if you hear that news. Just know you heard it here first. You know what I mean? I'm not wishing death on the brother. At the same time, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill him. You know, I think that this new allegation is going to send him over the hill, because they sent him home. He's able to relax. And it's like they're trying to restart the same persecution, the same harassment all over again. That's harassment, fam. And they're doing it legally through the courts. That just goes to show that the courts are satanic.
Make sure that no more black men in America accumulate the American dream that was secured by Mr. Cosby. That is a point that he and his attorneys have made again and again in the years that I have covered him.
I was going to say, this is an important development, but you have been covering this for years and have spoken to so many of these survivors.
7 years now since we first sat down with, as I said, 26, I think, women in one place who all had made various accusations. And at the time, Bill Cosby said he denied all of their allegations.
Well, this is definitely one to continue following. Kate Snow, thank you so much for your reporting on this.
He denied all of the allegations. And guess what? They still trying to get him. They still trying to crucify him because of a woman that is scorned. Because of a woman that is scorned, they're trying to take out Cosby. And yet the people are ignoring the facts. They're all ignoring that this woman here is evil. She's evil, y'all. And people got to wake up to the truth of what's going on. Because if we don't say nothing, if we don't do nothing, if we don't speak on these issues, this is going to be an ongoing thing that is going to be done to black men all the time. A man in his 80s is being falsely accused by this woman here. What does she stand to gain? What does she stand to gain in this? What proof could you even bring up? Is she trying to get money to give to her grandkids or some family members? Or is she just bitter because Cosby never gave her the time of day. Think about it. A lot of these women were women of the night back in the day. Remember, she's a former Playboy model. In case you're joining in, that woman that's falsely accusing Cosby is a former Playboy model. So you know she was in the streets. You know she was getting it in with a lot of guys, right? And she's blaming Cosby for manipulating her and exploiting her during a time when she lost her son or something regarding her son, and how Cosby offered her pills and she took the pills. Now, who does that? Who does that? So, hey, that's all we're going to say, fam. I'm going to get on out of here. I'll be back later on. Ringo TV reactions. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody stopping by. You know what I'm saying? We got more stories that we got to cover. A lot of different things. Again, guys, you have to be very careful with the women that you deal with. There's a lot of women out here that have potential. There's a lot of sisters out here that are decent women. At the same time, not all of them are decent, fam. Not all of them are decent. Some of them are out here to get you. And the women of his past is showing up. And some of these women are probably women that he'd probably have dated or had intimate interactions with back in the day. You know, these are some things that might catch up. So you have to be careful about these type of things, man. He may have impregnated women back in the day, but then again, they would have come to him for child support and various other things, if that's the case. You know? But it is what it is, fam. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. My phone blowing up. Shout out to Rob for the super chat. No, for the Cash App. Rob for the 10. Gia Marco for the 15. Christopher for the 20. Gia Marco again for another 30 on the Cash App. Brandon for the 17. D-Rock for the 20. Appreciate your support. That being said, fam, appreciate everybody coming out to the stream. We'll be back later on with another one. Ringo TV reactions. Appreciate everybody supporting the content, sponsoring shows. We have more that we're going to talk about later. So leave your thoughts about this case. If you would like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments, and so forth. And if you have any material of any story that you feel that needs to be talked about, DM me the information on my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw on Instagram, because I'm not everywhere at one time. I'm not omnipresent, but with the help of people, you know, sending info. Even if I don't respond to you, just send the info, because there's no way I could respond to everybody. You have to understand that. It's just like a lot of people send me birthday messages. I can't possibly respond to everybody. Like I would not be able to do what I do if I'm responding to 1,000 people. It's just not possible. Just know that I appreciate any comments you send, any messages you send. I appreciate all the messages. And from time to time, I'll read the messages. If I have time, I respond. If I don't, then hey, I appreciate the messages. So salute to everybody for your continued support. Remember to subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, providing you the best commentary and criticism in these YouTube streets. I'll catch you in the next one. Ringo TV Reactions. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube, bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.